So welcome back to Computer Studies, English Medium Standard 11th, Chapter number 1, Introduction to Multimedia. This is the 6th part of the video lecture. Now here you are going to be explained what is interactive objects. Now the objects which are helpful to us to interact with the program or website or whatever is known as interactive objects. First, you should be able to understand the meaning of interaction. What is the meaning of interaction? It is one type of communication. Now, for example, if I am teaching this same chapter in the classroom, then it will be interesting than what I am teaching here, because whatever doubts will arise in the mind of the students, they will be able to ask me and I will be able to explain them in a better way. So, that process is known as interaction between me and the students. While when I prepare a video and upload it on the YouTube, and when you people watch the video, it is said to be non-interactive, because here you cannot ask me any doubt and I cannot explain that part properly. Now here these buttons are given, this download, upload, home, about us, product. These all buttons are generally used in any of the website for interaction. Suppose a person likes to download a thing, then he can click on the download button. Then the flow of program will change, that whatever file he is willing to download will be downloaded from the server to his remote computer or mobile phone. Same way upload and other all buttons, they will change the flow of the program. That will add interaction to that website. Same way all the video players and audio players are having these buttons which are given here, these 4 types of button: play and pause and stop and next, previous, this all things. Why? That will add interaction. So these are also known as interactive objects.
For a multimedia presentation to be effective, it should have maximum interactivity. At times, the user may want to skip a portion or the presentation or a part of a movie or a song or want to again go through the same portion. For example, if a group of children is practicing for the stage performance, they are practicing on a song, then to memorize the step, it is necessary to play the same portion or a part of the portion of that song again and again. The user is given buttons. Just now we had seen the images of different buttons or hyperlinks to navigate in such cases. When these interactive objects are clicked, the flow of the presentation changes as per the user's choice. Earlier, the internet browser supported only one media element, and that was text. Text was also limited to a single font and color. So by reading this statement, you may also be feeling that internet may be a boring thing. Yeah, it is a fact. And the www is also not so much rich with so much information as it is today. There were very few websites and you can see the data of only those websites on those days. Today, internet is also very interactive. There are so many platforms on which you also can upload your data, different social networking sites. And since so many users, crores of users from the whole of the world upload the data, so the www, that is a pool of data, is having such a lot of data, and whenever any person searches for the data, he is unable to see the results. While in olden days, as I told you just now, it was very limited, very few websites, and it supported only one media element, that is text. We will have a look at the image of those days internet browser. The internet browser which was used in those days was Internet Explorer. No apps. Luckily, all the media elements described earlier are now supported by latest internet browsers in different ways. Nowadays, we also use different apps for doing different works on internet. In those apps also all the medias are supported. Some media elements can be handled inline and some requires plugin. Now plugin is a new word for you people because you people are using internet through your mobile phone. But in olden days when smartphones were not existing, if anybody wanted to do any surfing on internet, then PC, personal computers were used. Now, in that personal computers, when you are working with a website, there are some files which will not open on through your browser. To open those files, for example, if you open a school's website, now on the home page only, there is a slideshow file which is displaying the photographs in sequence of different activities which have taken place in the school. Now your browser will not be able to show you that slideshow. It will show you missing plugin. Then a link will be given next to it. Click here to download and install the plugin. After you click on that link, it will download that plugin, and after that file will open. And not only that file, but in any of the website, if that type of files are there, that will open after you download and install that plugin. So what is plugin? Plugin are extra helper programs that can be easily installed and used as a part of web browser. Inline media objects are specified inside the program using a specific tag, inline media object. Now, web pages and websites are made up of HTML tag. So this is also one of a tag. The extent to which a particular media element is to be used depends on the scope and the nature of the program. Means, suppose if you are preparing an app to teach maths. Now in maths, images and videos and so much of animation and those all things are not required. But for example, if you are preparing an app to teach experiments of science and technology, then naturally you need to use animations. So like that way it is, the extent to which a particular media element is to be used depends on the scope. Classification of multimedia: interactive and non-interactive multimedia. First we see what is interactive multimedia. Here the sequence and the timing and the flow of the program of multimedia can be controlled by the user. For example, in educational software, the user can select the chapter and the topic which he wants to study. Video game. Actually, video game is the best example of interactive program. Here, the user has the full control over the flow of program. Another example is if you are watching a movie on YouTube, then you can give a pause or you can fast forward certain part, or you can watch a part again and again, or if you are playing a song which is there in your mobile phone, in that also all these facilities are there. Now, interactivity increases the participation of user and he or she enjoys it more. However, the degree of interactivity depends on the field and scope of the multimedia project. Another example of interactive is all the websites. In the website, there are so many navigation buttons and so many hyperlinks through which you can watch whatever you want to watch. Non-interactive multimedia. In traditional mass media like TV, newspaper, theater, there is one-way communication. Here, the process originates from one end and is delivered to the mass audience. For example, in a theater, a movie is played continuously from the starting point to the end, irrespective to the user watching it or the user talking with each other or doing mobile phone or eating popcorn and samosas. It doesn't make any difference for the movie. Movie goes on as it is. Now, why it is like that way? Why in some places non-interactive multimedia is used, and why in some places multimedia with interaction is used? The answer to that is, where the media is to be shown to a large mass of audience, it should be non-interactive. For example, in a movie, somebody likes the fighting scene, then he will go on asking to see that part again and again. Another may be feeling bored. So here, he shouldn't be given that facility. Now, though this technology has got all multimedia elements, but it is an inflexible way. Here the user simply watches the media as it plays from the beginning to the end. He or she has no control over the flow of the program. Classification of multimedia based on its application: entertainment and educational. Entertainment multimedia. All types of games, movies, songs are examples of entertainment multimedia, wherein the purpose is to entertain the user. Educational multimedia. The multimedia that educate the user are known as educational multimedia. Example, all types of educational softwares.